it's connect, like I can hear myself in the microphone right now. Headphone. But then it'll not, the audio won't sync properly. And so, yeah. But anyway, fingers crossed because that has happened so many times. So, yeah, but anyway, so I'm gonna be going through what I've read so far this year, talking about the book, if I liked it, so on and so forth. So, yeah. Hold on, I need to get my computer. Okay, I'm getting to the... Okay. So I have read 27 books so far this year. My goal for the year is 100 books. Also, I'm sorry if I've talked about any of these books already. I cannot remember what I've posted, what didn't work, like what, I don't even know. So, but anyway, yeah, so I'm making good progress. The second half of this year is gonna be absolutely chaotic, so I'm kind of glad I'm getting like a head start on the goal when I have a little bit more time. So yeah, I'm actually gonna start backwards. I'm gonna start from like what I've just read and then go to the beginning of the year. So yeah, this is not okay. Majority of the books I borrowed from the library. Go me, I've been so into the library. I figured out how to like put books on hold and like get books from different libraries, which like duh, like it's not hard at all. But I just did not even like, I don't know. I didn't realize how easy it was and how quick. So yeah, but I do have some of the books here, so I will show you those. So the first or the last one I read is this big boy. So it is The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. That book took me a long time to read, but it was so worth it. It's 1,000 pages, and it's so good. It's a fantasy book, and it follows a variety of characters, and their stories are like somewhat intertwined, or like, you know what I mean, like you can see that they're potentially gonna like meet in the future, whatever. Very, very similar to like Game of Thrones, how you're kind of like looking at this kingdom or like this world, and you're seeing just like different people, like you're seeing like some of the kings, like some of the like peasants, like this and that, and I really like that. I was honestly like, none of the like character POVs like were boring to me. Like I really enjoyed all of them. I particularly liked Shallan. Is that right? Shallan. I liked her stuff. And when I was reading reviews, people were like it seemed like she was hated I'm sorry, hold on. This is better. I like was seeing a shadow. Oh my god, okay, so yeah, none of them thought it was gonna be this like big phenomenon that it is. So it was really interesting, and the pictures were really cool. And obviously it was like interviews with like Carrie Fisher and Harrison Ford and everything, but it was also with like cinematographers and designers, animation, like all types of people who worked on it. So it was really interesting. So yeah. Next is The Moviegoer by Percy Walker. Loved. Okay, I have this one. Okay. So, this book is about a man in 1960s New Orleans, and sorry, there's like a baby in the hallway of my apartment building, if you can hear that. So he is like, he works for a bank. He's kind of dissatisfied with his life, like he's just like going through the motions, and then suddenly he kind of like embarks on this search for meaning, and like, I don't know, it's so good. It's set around Mardi Gras, which I love. Like I want to go to New Orleans so bad. I've never been, and I'm like, I love like Mardi Gras, and I read this literally like a few days before Mardi Gras. And the reason I got this is because it was used in preparation for the movie Knight of Cups, which is a Terrence Malick movie that I love, with Christian Bale. And Terrence Malick had Christian Bale read this book in preparation. Yeah, so like that's why that's how I found this book, but I absolutely loved it. And definitely makes you think. I'm seeing if I can find like a little something to read from it, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. Okay. Like, here's an example. To become aware of the possibility of the search is to be onto something. Not to be onto something is to be in despair. Like, I don't know. Yeah, anyway. I really liked it, so. Okay, wait 1 sec. Sorry, I wanted to spit out my gum because it was kind of bothering me, and also I don't know if people like that, so if you don't, then congrats. Okay. Next, I only have 6 of the books out of 27, but I do have another one, and it is The Salt of the Universe, Praise, Songs, and Improvisations by Amy Leach, and it's like a memoir type book, and it's about this woman who grew up in a fundamentalist Christian community, and it's just like her insights. I started this and I was like loving it. Like it's very whimsical and fun and like tongue-in-cheek kind of vibes, and I was loving it, and then it got old. Like I was like, I do not want to read this anymore. I'm so sick of this. But I don't know, like I have mixed feelings about it, but I didn't love it. Next is Pathogenesis, A History of the World in 8 Plagues by Jonathan Kennedy. This was an account of the history of the world broadly, generally, and it was split into like 8 periods, like Neolithic plagues, medieval plagues, revolutionary plagues, like that kind of thing. And this was so interesting. I've been trying to get more into nonfiction, and I absolutely love this book. I totally recommend it. It changed my perspective on so many historical events, and I don't want to like say anything like, because it is kind of spoiling it. I don't know, like there are some things Chainsaw's Gender in the Modern Horror Film by Carol J. Clover. This was another nonfiction. This was written in the 90s, and I feel like it was very ahead of its time in what it was talking about. She essentially like coined the term final girl and talks about slasher films, occult films, rape revenge films, and just like the male gaze, like stuff like that, like we, in terms of movies, I feel like use those terms like male gaze, final girl, whatever. But like she was kind of the first one to like coin these terms and like talk about them, which is really cool. And my favorite part was probably the first part, which was about slasher films, because I love slashers. Like that's probably my favorite genre of horror movies. And she was talking about how like the final girl is essentially like usually has a male typically male name, like Stevie or like Bobby, Billy, and it's kind of like the male viewers who watch like associate themselves with the final girl, because she is like has this male quality about her. And yeah, I'm not explaining it right, because this was getting to be kind of a little bit ago that I read it, but I had a better grasp of like articulating it. But now I'm kind of like, but I really liked it. I love horror movies, and where was I even going with? I feel like I've been watching a lot recently. This was a fun book to read in the midst of all of that. Next, I read Heartless Hunter by Kristen Sigarelli, and this is a romantasy about a society. This is another like late 1800s base society, which I think is really fun in fantasy, where they like are wearing these like Regency kind of, or not Regency, or maybe this one was Regency era. But anyway, but it was about like witches, but witches aren't allowed, and so there's witch hunters, and like the romance is between a witch and a witch hunter. So it was good. I enjoyed it. Nothing special though. You know what I mean? So okay, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14. Okay, I'm gonna do a few more and then I'm gonna stop, and I might do a part 2, but this video is gonna go on forever if I do all 27. So next I read The Membranes by Cheats Highway. This is a short story about this like post-apocalyptic, or not even, but like futuristic society that's like underwater, and the main character like works on skin, and like now I'm not even, but it's not like her identity and her relationship with her mother. It was really interesting, and this was also written in the 90s, and I also thought this was very ahead of its time in the themes that it addressed. Next I read Juno Loves Legs by Carl Geary, and this was a romance, literary fiction romance between two teens in 1980s Ireland, and I didn't love it. I did not love it. But I'm honestly not usually a fan of like just like a straight contemporary, or I guess it's not contemporary romance, but like a straight up romance. I don't know. Like I like romantasy, I like dark romance. The sport, like the ice skating romance kind of got me a little, but this, I don't know. I just can't. Next I read A Little History of the United States. This one was really fun, and goes through the history of the US, and I like the way that it's broken up like into kind of short-ish chapters. I really liked that, into like thematic chapters, and it had like a very, I don't know, it was like weaved together very well, and was like a very satisfying read, and I felt like I, not necessarily, like I did learn some stuff, but like a lot of it stuff like I already knew, guys want.